How are you? Okay, let us start our next topic, that is chapter 6, tissue. Okay, have you heard about tissue? What is tissue? But before that, you know about cell? Yes, you have already learned that. What is cell? Cell is the functional and structural basic unit of life. Okay, then, then what is tissue? Tissues are group of cells. Tissues are group of cells which have same origin, function and structure. Tissues are group of cells which having same origin, structure and functions. Okay, look at this. Cells, group of cells and tissue. This is tissue level organization. Next, group of tissues have origin in organ system level of organization. Then organs are combined with organ system level of organization. Then organ system level of organization is giving living organisms. In this chapter, we are studying about only tissues. Okay, there are mainly two type of tissues are here: plant tissues and animal tissue. Plant tissues and animal tissue. What is the difference between plant and animal tissues? Look at this. Plant tissues are stable because these are non-motile, non-movable. Then structural strengths. It provide, plant tissues provide structural strengths. Then very supportive. The plant is supportive. Then unlimited growth. The specialties of plant tissues are stable, supportive, structural strength to provide structural strength and unlimited growth. And then animal tissues are moving tissues, then unlimited growth and then consume more energy. So this is the difference between plant tissues and animal tissue. Plant tissues are stable, supportive, structural strength and unlimited growth, and then animal tissues are moving, limited growth and consume more energy. Okay, then the detail. Plant tissues. Plant tissues are mainly three types. Plant tissues are mainly three types. What are they? Meristematic tissues, permanent tissue. The third one is complex tissues or complex permanent tissues. Yes. What is meristematic? Meristematic tissues is very thin. Look at this. This is dense cytoplasm, thin cellulose wall, active prominent nucleus. These cells are very active because the growing part of the plant is meristem. That type of cells are known as meristematic cells and the tissues are known as meristematic tissues. Yes, look at in details. Meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissues present in growing part of the plant. Already learned that. Okay. Yes. In meristematic tissues, they have active prominent nuclei. Active prominent nuclei. Meristematic tissues have active prominent nuclei and dense cytoplasm. It was very active. The very active cells are. Then it has thin cellulose wall because very fast division circuit. Dividing. And then absence of vacuole. Vacuoles are absent in this meristematic tissue. There are three types of meristematic tissues in the plant. These are apical meristem. This is apical. this side, that is lateral meristem. This is intercalary meristem. Three type of meristematic tissues here: apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem. Apical meristem helps to upward growth of the plant, and the lateral meristem helps to growing the width of the plant, and intercalary meristem helps growing, lengthening of the stem. This is the meristematic tissue. You also know about that plant tissues are meristematic and permanent tissue. Permanent tissues is not complex permanent. Complex permanent tissue is separate. The permanent tissues including simple permanent and complex permanent tissues. Okay. Then next is the permanent tissue. Permanent tissues. The permanent tissues are lose ability to divide. Division capacity is lost. Loose division capacity cells, tissues are in permanent tissues. Okay. Then permanent tissues are two types. Two type of permanent tissues are here. There is no separate one. Simple permanent and complex permanent. Simple permanent tissues. Examples: parenchyma, chlorenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Four type of simple permanent tissues are here: parenchyma, chlorenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma cells, parenchyma tissues are loosely packed. We take this section of plant under the microscope. Outermost, in beneath the epidermis, there is loosely packed cells are here. Such type of loosely packed cells is known as parenchymatous cells. That is parenchymatous tissues. Okay. Then other layer of loosely packed or highly closely packed type of tissues are there. That is known as chlorenchyma. Such type of cells are parenchymatous cells, but presence of chloroplast. Okay. So the presence of chloroplast, the parenchymatous cells, is known as chlorenchyma. Okay, the chlorenchyma cells, parenchyma cells is another known as chlorenchyma because of the presence of chlorenchyma. And some parenchyma cells have air vacuums, air sacs, air spaces. Such type of parenchymatous cells is known as aerenchyma. Most of the aquatic plants have aerenchymatous cells because floating. It is able to floating. Then next is the collenchyma. Collenchyma cells is a highly dense, thick cell wall parenchymatous cells. These are. Then last one is the sclerenchymas, that is dead cell walls. That have dead cell walls, very rigid because of the presence of lignin. Lignin deposited cell walls. So the permanent tissues are two types: simple permanent and complex permanent. The simple permanent tissues are examples are parenchyma, chlorenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma is outermost, it is beneath the epidermis cells, and then collenchyma is just beneath the parenchyma because presence of chlorine, so this is called as chlorenchyma. Then third one is the collenchyma, and the last one is the sclerenchyma. These are dead cell wall. Yes. Then Next point is epidermis. Epidermis is the outermost layer of the plant parts, plant tissues. So, epidermis is a single layer, uniformly arranged single layer. Epidermis is uniformly arranged single layer. It's the outermost layer of the plant part, especially in leaf and greenish part of the plant. Then epidermis is secrete wax. For what purpose? Secrete wax, secrete for water resistant and loss of water, prevent the loss of water, and then parasitic function, parasitic like fungus affections prevent, and then mechanical, prevent mechanical injuries. Okay. Once again, epidermis is single layer, uniformly arranged single layer of cells and secrete. What secretion is in it? Wax secretion for water resistant and prevent loss of water, and inversion parasite can function and prevent mechanical injuries. Okay. Then some of epidermis have spores. That spores is known as stomata. That is an opening. That opening is known as stomatal opening. Then, what is the use of stomato? The use of stomato is transpiration and gas exchange. What is transpiration? Have you heard about transpiration? Yes, transpiration means the removal of excess amount of water from plant body through stomatal opening. That is transpiration. Transpiration means what? The removal of excess amount of water from plant, especially plant leaf, through stomatal opening. That is known as transpiration. Yes. Look at this is stomata. Stomata is an open part that is covered with two kidney-shaped cells. That is known as God cells. God cells. And God cells is connected with the subsidiary cells. Okay. Then next, the role of transpiration. Role of transpiration is important of transpiration. That is gaseous exchange and water maintaining of the plant body. Then root. In root, the epidermis have root hairs. What is the use of root hair? To absorbing water molecules and some minerals. For absorption of water molecules and some minerals. So roots have epidermal cells, presence of yes. Roots epidermal cell have root hairs for absorption water and minerals. Okay. Then some desert like land medium. The epidermis has thick wax coating. Epidermis has thick wax coating. For what purpose? For prevent loss of water. The thickness is present by presence of cutin substance. Thickness is due to cutin substances. Okay. Then next word is cork. Cork is older part of the plant. The external cells were growing. Last is they were dead. At time that is known as cork. That is outermost layer. Okay. Then a strip were formatting that cells. That is dead and compactly arranged. This type of cells is known as core. They have no intracellular spaces. There is no intercellular spaces. But they are filled with a substance that is called suberin. Suberin is filled with the core. Okay. Then complex permanent tissues. Complex permanent tissue. These are contacting tissues. Contacting tissue. So this is known as vascular tissues. So vascular tissues are xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Complex permanent tissues are contacting tissues, so commonly called as vascular tissues, vascular system tissue. So two type of vascular tissues are here, xylem and phloem. Xylem contain four type of tissues are here. Xylem contain four type of tissues are here. Tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. In this xylem, there is one direction are here. From root to leaf, only one direction. Upward direction only. One direction. Now, tracheids and vessels. These are thick wall, very thick wall, and tubular vertical transportations are here. Tracheids and vessels are thick walled, tubular vertical transportations are here. And then xylem parenchyma, the function is food storage of food. And third one is xylem fibers. Xylem fibers, there is only supporting. These cells are supporting. Okay, once again, complex permanent tissues are two types, xylem and phloem. Xylems are tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Tracheids and vessels are thick-walled tubular vertical transportation possible. And xylem parenchyma, the function is food storing, and xylem fibers are supporting in cells. Then next complex permanent tissue is phloem. Phloem has 5 tissues are here. Sieve cells, sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers, phloem parenchyma. Phloem have 5 type of compartments here. Sieve cells, sieve tube, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. Except phloem fiber, others are living cells, but phloem fibers are not living cells. Okay. In this, the function of phloem is transfer of food from leaves towards all part of the plant. Okay. Once again, phloem is second complex permanent tissue. Phloem have 5 type of compartment here: sieve cells, sieve tube, companion cells, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. Except phloem fibers, other 4 are living and phloem fibers are not living. The function of phloem is food material traveling from leaves to other part of the plant. Then we are going to study about animal tissues. Animal tissues are 4 types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and nervous tissues. Then first we are studying about epithelial tissue. Yes, what is epithelial tissue? It is the outermost layer of tissues that is called epithelial tissue. This is protecting and covering of body covering and protecting, that is the function. And They have no intercellular spaces. Epithelial tissues have no intercellular spaces, and these are selectively permeable. Selectively permeable. Have you heard about selectively permeable? Okay, selectively permeable means permeability with selection, because the single word is osmosis. Osmosis. Osmosis means what? Osmosis is traveling of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, osmosis is the process. The molecules travels from the water molecule, especially water molecules travels from higher concentration to lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. That is called osmosis. So this epithelial tissue acts as a selectively permeable, semi-permeable or selectively permeable. And these epithelial tissues are very simple and flat, single layered, simple and very flat arrangement cells are here. Okay, then this selectively permeable simple flat epithelium is known as squamous epithelium. Selectively permeable and simple and flat epithelium is commonly known as squamous epithelium. This squamous epithelium is commonly present in esophagus and mouth. The outer lining layer of esophagus and mouth is squamous epithelium. Okay. Then stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium means multi-layer of squamous epithelium. Multi-layer of squamous epithelium, that is known as stratified squamous epithelium, that is present in skin. Our skin is made up of stratified squamous epithelium. For what? Many layer, multi-layer, for preventing wear and tear and climate changes adaptation. Okay, so once again, animal tissues, epithelial tissues, connective tissue and muscular tissues and nervous tissues. Epithelial tissues are the covering and protective layer of organisms. They have no intercellular spaces. These are selectively permeable and simple and flat. Then selectively permeable and simple and flat type of cells, tissues are known as squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium is present in esophagus and mouth. The inner lining layer of esophagus and mouth is modified with the squamous epithelium. Sometimes the squamous epithelium seen in multi-layered version, that is known as stratified squamous epithelium, that present in skin. Then next is cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal, that is cube-like structures of epithelium. Kidney and salivary glands are made up of cuboidal epithelium. Sometimes some cuboidal epithelium produces some enzymes, etc. Waxy-like productions, etc. That means these are the glands. So the presence of cuboidal epithelium in the glands, that type of tissues are known as glandular epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium presence in glands, that is known as glandular epithelium. Then look at inner lining of intestine, that is very tall epithelium cells are here. That epithelium cells is known as columnar epithelium cells. Columnar. Otherwise known as pillar-like epithelium. Pillar, they're like pillar. Pillars-like epithelium. Once again, these epithelium cells are squamous epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, glandular epithelium, and columnar epithelium. Okay, what is columnar epithelium? that is inner lining of intestine and inner lining of intestine, that is very tall tissues are here, very tall. So this tall shaped epithelial cells are known as columnar. Columnar means pillar like, pillar like. This is columnar epithelial cells, and last is ciliated columnar epithelium. Some type of columnar epithelium have cilia. Cilia. Cilia means hair-like structures. Some type of columnar epithelium cells have cilia. So this type of ciliated columnar epithelium cells. Okay. Once again, animal tissues. Once again, epithelial tissues, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissues. Epithelial tissues are covering and protective layer. They have no intercellular spaces. These are selectively permeable and simple and flat. Epithelial tissues are squamous epithelium, stratified squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, glandular epithelium, columnar epithelium, and ciliated columnar epithelium. A squamous epithelium is selectively permeable, simple and flat. This is seen within the esophagus and mouth, and the stratified squamous epithelium present in the skin, because stratified squamous epithelium is multi-layered squamous epithelium. For what purpose? To avoid, to prevent tear and wear. And then cuboidal epithelium, the cube-like structure of epithelium that is present in kidney and the salivary, inside the salivary glands. Okay, and then some of the cuboidals. Next, cuboidal epithelium. In cuboidal epithelium, that they were present in kidney and salivary glands. Inner lining of salivary gland and kidney as made of cuboidal cells. This is a cube-like structure. Some of the cuboidal epithelial tissues are present in some glands. Such type of epithelium is known as glandular epithelium. Then next is inner lining of intestine is very tall structures, epithelial cells, that is known as columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium is just like pillar-like structures, that is columnar epithelium is inner lining of intestine. Okay, and then some of the columnar epithelial cells have root hair-like structures. Such type of epithelial cells is known as ciliated columnar epithelial cells, and inside the alveoli, nostrils, etc., presence of this type of hairy-like epithelial cells, that is ciliated columnar epithelial cells. Okay, and this is the epithelial cells. The second is connective tissue. Yes, simply connective tissue means connection between all part of the body. Connection. So this connective tissue, example for connective tissue is, one of the example is blood. Have you know about blood and blood constituents? Yes, blood is a fluid connective tissue. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. Yes, connective tissues are loosely spaced and with the intercellular matrix. Yes, main examples for the connective tissues are blood, bone, cartilage. These are the main connective tissues I have. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. It has two parts. That is, the parts are blood cells and blood plasma. Blood has two parts, blood cells and blood plasma. About 45% of blood cells and 55% of blood plasma in blood. And blood cells are mainly three types. Blood cells are mainly three types. One is RBC, second is WBC, and third is platelets. Look at connective tissues are loosely packed and intercellular matrix. And main examples for connective tissues are blood, bone, and cartilages. Yes, connective tissue blood is a fluid connective tissue. Blood have two parts, blood cells and blood plasma. About 45% of blood cells and 55% of blood plasma is here. Three type of blood cells are here: RBC, WBC, and platelets. Okay, RBC means red blood corpuscles, otherwise known as erythrocyte. And WBC is white blood corpuscles and is otherwise known as leukocytes. And then last, platelets. Platelets is otherwise known as thrombocytes. Yes, what is the functions of RBC, WBC and platelets? Erythrocyte function, that is transportation of oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. and food materials, etc. Erythrocyte transportation is the main function. Transportation is the main function of erythrocyte. Transportation of O2, CO2 and food materials. Okay. Then leukocytes, WBC, its main function is provide immune power. Provide immune power. And the last, thrombocyte, the function is blood coagulation. Yes, look at blood is a fluid connective tissue. Blood have two parts, blood cells and blood plasma. The blood cells have three type of cells are here: RBC, WBC, platelets. RBC is otherwise known as erythrocytes, WBC is otherwise known as leukocytes, platelets is otherwise known as thrombocytes. Then the function of RBC is transportation of oxygen, carbon dioxide and food materials. And WBC, leukocytes, the function is immune power, providing immune power. And platelets, thrombocytes, otherwise known as thrombocytes, the function is blood coagulation is the main function. This is blood. Yes, friends. Okay. See you tomorrow. Next time. Okay. Bye.